Alright guys, I apologize in advance if this is like a really short video, but I can't be quiet on this anymore, yo. I can't sit here and make a video on something else with this burning at the back of my tongue. Yo, I have to unleash this. Yo, the freaking NBA referees are on another level of pure, unadulterated, untouched, like on a whole nother level of garbage dumpster truck that needs to be shut down, yo. The NBA referee system is so broken. There were a couple of incidents last night, but one was Terry Stotts, you know, just a phantom call, you know. JJ Redick shot a 3, there was actually no foul, the refs called a foul, you know, that's a phantom call. But what I found funny about that, the refs see things that don't happen, but when something does happen, they don't see it. Like, tell me how you don't see freaking DeMarcus Cousins wrestled Julius Randle down to the ground. Tell me how you don't see that, NBA referees. Yo, Julius Randle freaking standing there, just standing there. DeMarcus Cousins runs up from behind him, and boom, all of a sudden it's a freaking wrestling match. Are you kidding me? And then the refs, guess what? No call. They don't see it. Yo, these refs are supposed to have freaking Hawkeyes. They're supposed to see everything. Yo, they can see the smallest things. Stephen Curry shooting a 3. Someone grazes his fingertips. Foul! Yo, shooting foul, technical foul. Freaking he's out of here. Get the other guy out of here. That is not allowed. But now when something like this happens, they're all of a sudden they want to turn into Ray Charles. That's what you're telling me. All of a sudden they are Helen Keller and Ray Charles because they don't make a sound. They don't make a sound and they don't see anything. What is going on here, NBA? What is going on here? And then the players speak up about it. Guess what? That's $25,000. Luke Walton after the game, after he got ejected, yo, Luke Walton got ejected. Yo, props to Luke Walton. You just earned some mad respect, yo. Props to Luke Walton. You know, coaches standing up for their players is always a nice thing to see, you know. Players love to see that, you know, players love to know that their coach got their back. If he was after the game to say that there was a no call on freaking DeMarcus Cousins, that's $25,000. Why? Yo, why? Why are you gonna fine him when it's obviously true? You can watch the replay. Anyone can watch the replay. Someone who doesn't even watch basketball watches the replay, and they think they're watching wrestling for a second. Yo, they think that they switched to wrestling because Julius Randle just got wrestled to the ground, and yet there wasn't a foul call. Meanwhile, the refs, you know, basically nothing happens. They just go on with their day. They go on with their lives like normal. Yo, the refs have to be held accountable for some of these bad calls. This is just true. The refs had to be held accountable for some of these bad calls, some of these no calls, because this is getting out of hand. There have been other incidents so far this year. Remember when Doc Rivers looked like he was ready to catch a case? You know, he looked like he was ready to do some time because he felt like the refs were screwing them over. It's the type of stuff that I've been trying to hold my tongue on. You know, I've been trying to hold my tongue on this, but you know, that was the last straw last night. Yo, that was the freaking last straw. These NBA refs need to be held accountable. Yo, these trash NBA refs need to be held accountable because right now they have no accountability. They have no accountability. How do you miss that? Look, everyone watching the game, everyone in the arena saw that. I guarantee you not a single person didn't see that. And yet the people who are supposed to see, the people who are supposed to be keeping the game fair and clean, missed it.